Well, folks, week 9 is here. Hard to believe we're almost halfway through the season, or we will be after this week. And here we are with yet another exciting matchup here. Don't look now, but as I'm going through my playthrough here, the NFC North in particular is looking like a gauntlet here, as every team is above 500 as of right now. So once again, we are turning our focus to that division this week. And this week, we got what could be a good one. On one side is a returning champion we saw a few weeks ago lose by a single point. And on the other side is a team that we've never featured? Really? So we're getting a newcomer today. Oh, well, I'm excited for that, and hopefully you are too. Folks, we got a good one. We turn our gaze to the NFC North for this week 9 matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. In another exciting week of Strat-O-Matic football! Oh, yeah! You know it's going to be a good one. As always. Maybe. Howdy folks, it's Morgoth the Barbarian here. Welcome to week 9 of our Strat-O-Matic playthrough, where this week we got an exciting NFC North matchup. On one end, we've got the Bears, who are making their debut. I can't do it for that unless it involves duh, but you get the idea. But yeah, I, to the best of my knowledge, have not seen the Bears on our playthrough. Don't worry, I won't be doing that very much often, but yeah, we haven't seen them at all. And so far, they're sitting at 4-3 and not too far back of the NFC North lead, let alone a playoff berth. I don't know what the standings are. I'll probably start updating it after this week. But yeah, the Bears are somehow very much in it here, hanging around at 4-3. But as I mentioned, we've never seen them until now, so this seems like a good time to debut them. Meanwhile, on the other side, we have the Minnesota Vikings. We last saw them in week 4, and unfortunately, they lost to Detroit by a single point. They're hoping to avoid that fate last time out, and, well, we'll see if they can do it. When I rolled for them last week, Minnesota destroyed Indianapolis 48-9, so maybe they can have a repeat. Chicago, meanwhile, got shut out by the Raiders. Okay, now I know why we don't usually see them, but you know what? Maybe they can put all that behind them, pretend like that didn't happen. Seriously, the Raiders of all teams, what are we doing here? Anyways, enough about that. Hopefully they can put that loss behind them and end up coming back to win this one. So we'll see who wins this battle of the NFC North. Will it be Chicago? I'm not doing it again. As they look to rebound from their embarrassing loss, or will Minnesota continue their winning ways and hopefully try to catch up to Detroit, who's currently sitting in the NFC North lead with a 7-1 record? What else is new? Even though they don't have Jahmyr Gibbs or Jared. Well, okay, they do have Goff, but they don't have Jahmyr Gibbs and all those fun weapons in this edition. But hey, 7-1 is 7-1. So, anyways, let me get set up over here, and in the meantime, we'll roll the beautiful footage from last week. Well, unless you're a Bears fan, in which case you may want to look away because, again, how do you get shut out by the Raiders of all teams? Must have had an off night. But anyways, here's that beautiful or not so beautiful footage. Either one. Alright. Good stuff as always here. So, as you can see, we got the Bears in the red, Vikings in the green, being the home team. And with that, we're ready to start another exciting week here. So, Bears! You're going to call it odds, right? No, Minnesota wins that one, and they'll let the Bears have it, so they'll start the ball the second half. So Minnesota defers, and we are underway from Minnesota. And off we go. Okay. Touchback, but we have a potential penalty on top of that. Nothing's there, so the Bears will get it at the 25. Only one injury to report of, and that's an offensive line injury for the Bears, but otherwise, here's their starting lineup. We got, okay, and this is how bad their 2022 card set is. I'll start with their quarterback, and that's Justin Fields. Yes, he is still on this team. Who knows if how much running he's going to do, or if he's too scared to throw the football, as the Jets are finding out. Speaking of finding out, Chase Claypool is the split. Yeah, I know. This is already going off the rails, and we've only had like 2 cards. David Montgomery, remember when he was on the Bears? He's their running back. Cole Kmet is their tight end. I'm bringing in Ryan Griffin as the blocking back. And Darnell Mooney is the flanker. He's on the Falcons currently. But he is here. And speaking of being here, how about a 1st and 10 for the Bears as they're going to run it. Minnesota's going to play said run. And to start us off, David Montgomery will get 1 yard. And it's real helpful. Second and 9 here. Minnesota switches to pass defense but misses this off-tackle run. 9. So Montgomery has 3 as a result. Okay. 3rd and 6 now incoming here. Eight on a flat to the receiver to Mooney. He has, well, this is incomplete unless this means something. I'm re-rolling that. Nice try. It does not, so it's incomplete to Darnell Mooney. Oh, dang it, Justin Fields, what are you doing? All right, well, I guess that was a quick 3 and out, so punt it is on 4th and 6. Oh, that was fun. 48-yard punt. 48, so 29, 77, 23. Returned for a gain of by the number 1 back. What does it say on here? 13. Okay, so they're at Minnesota will start at the 36. Okay, well, that was a very uneventful drive by the Bears. What else is new? Oh, boy. All right. Well, hopefully that doesn't continue for the rest of the game, or this could be a quick one. Not like haven't had those. Meanwhile, here's Minnesota's starting lineup. We've seen them before, and we'll see them again. It is Justin Jefferson at the split. Dalvin Cook is the running back. TJ Hawkinson is the tight end. We're going to start with, where's their fullback at? CJ Ham, he's coming in. And Adam Thielen is in there at the flanker, and Kirk Cousins is throwing the football all around. But we're going to start off with a run on 1st and 10. Okay. 10 on an off tackle. Let's see. There's a potential penalty. No gain if it holds. Well, that's unusual. And that's exactly what's happening. Dalvin Cook gets nothing. Ouch. All right, 2nd down here. 5 on a flat. 5-yard gain to Adam Thielen if it holds, or Thielen, excuse me. Play never happens. Offsetting penalties. Woof. All right, 2nd and 10. This gets missed. Do 2nd and 10 yet again. Oh, and because the Bears missed it, it's a 21-yard gain for Dalvin Cook. Yikes. It's all the way to the Chicago 43. So I had to change the play on them, and they missed it. By the way, had I done an off tackle, that would have been a long gain and potential touchdown. Okay, so they got lucky there. Well, this time they'll see the run, and it's 1st and 10. Um, 2-yard loss if it holds. But there's a reason why they lost 2 yards, and because the Bears were lined up off sides. Good job, Bears. That was defense. That was wonderful. 1st and 5 now. They're going to miss the short pass. 6. And Justin Jefferson gets 12 yards in the first. Okay, so they're up to 26. Justin Jefferson. First catch for 12 yards. Okay, got it. 1st and 10. KJ Osborne, you're in. 7 on a line buck. No gain if it holds. Oh, opponent number 3. Boo. It's not going to hold. And instead, it's going to be a personal foul that goes half the distance to the goal and the first down. Nice job, Bears. You really messed up there. All right, 1st and 10 from the 13. Or in the red zone, Minnesota is now. 9 on a flat. To the receiver, to Hawkinson. It was guessed wrong, so it's going to go for 8. And Hawkinson is down to the 5. All right, they're getting oh so closer. 2nd down. That's going to bring in Irv Smith now. This kid actually will get seen. 10 on off tackle. It's a 6-yard gain, which means it's a touchdown. Dalvin Cook from 5 yards out. Ends the drive, and Minnesota gets the first points of the game. Greg Joseph's extra point is good. And Minnesota strikes first. A very impressive drive, and it has been capped off with a Dalvin Cook 5-yard run there to give the Vikings the initial lead 7-0. Very nice, Vikings. That was a very excellent drive. Of course, it didn't help that hurt that the Bears were guessing wrong, but you know what? It happened, so hopefully they'll fix that or something. So there you go. Each team has their first drive of the game. So Bears hopefully will try and improve. And with that being said, let us move on to the next highlights. So roll that beautiful footage, please. Unless it involves the Bears getting shut out again. I don't know. Who knows, but maybe it won't. Okay, we're faced with a 4th and 4 here. And Kairos, do I have a decision? Should Kairos Santos kick a 50-yard field goal? His odds don't look too good. Or do we go for it? Well, I think because his odds don't look too good, I'm actually going to do it. 4th and 4. We're going for it. All right. Let's see what we got. Into the receiver, Nicole Kmet. No! Incomplete. Of course, it's the only one in between in that area that is. So, turnover on downs. Failure. So Justin Fields tried to get at the Cole Kmet, and he couldn't hook up with him, and that's going to lead to a turnover on downs as a result. Oh, you hate to see that from the Bears, but alas, I mean, yeah, that it was either that or kick the field goal, and I wouldn't have been too good. So Vikings will get at the Bear 33 and their own 33, and they'll see what they can do with 3 minutes left in this quarter. Ouch, that hurt. Next. All right, 1st and 10 here. We're going to go free wide again. 11 on a flat. Another 2-yard loss, but this time to KJ Osborne. Vikings, stop doing that. All right, 2nd and 12. Uh-oh. Unless this is a 6 through 10. It is not, so it's a loss of 1. And it's a fumble! And the Bears get it! Evens. No shot at return, but doesn't matter. Oh, Dalvin Cook, what are you doing? Oh, we could have definitely have done without that. So, of course, the Bears get it right back off of the fumble. Yeah, just exactly how they planned it. 100%. Justin Jones forces that fumble. And Travis Gibson will be the one that plopped on it. Oh, and the Bears will get it at absolutely brilliant field position, too, as they'll have it right at the 30. There we go. Speaking of fumbles, apparently I'm fumbling my own stuff. Doesn't that figure? But yeah, Dalvin Cook, why did you do that? Why did you do that? At least we know the Bears are in field goal range, too. They're actually going to go... Yeah, we're bringing back David Montgomery. I'm going to bring in their third wide receiver, Equestimus St. Brown. Yes, he's related to that St. Brown, in case anyone's wondering. And meanwhile, it's 1st and 10. Vikings guess pass? No, that's not what the Bears are doing. Doesn't matter because Montgomery loses 2 yards. All right, 2nd and 12. That was brilliant. Five and a flat. Oh, boy, this might be incomplete. It is incomplete. The Chase Claypool was the intended receiver. Oh, boy, 3rd down. Well, this is not how I wanted to do this. 2 on a short. And it's going for 10 yards, so if it wasn't for that run on 1st down, this would have been just that, as Darnell Mooney picks up 10. But alas, he's 2 yards short of the 1st down. So, you know what? We're in field goal range. 39 yards this time from Cairo Santos. So this is a lot better. Let's try it. 2 through 10. Kick is up. I think I jinxed him because it's no good. Oh. Bummer. And the Vikings will have it at the 22. Just when I think the Bears are about to do something good, they blow it. They freaking blow it on a missed field goal, 39-yard field goal from Cairo Santos. You've got to be kidding me. All right, I guess the score is still 7-0. We're about to enter the second quarter here, so yeah, not a good first quarter at all for the Bears here. Vikings, well, not too much better, but at least they scored on their first drive, so yeah, kind of a messy first quarter for both teams here, so we'll see if the second quarter is any better here as it comes to an end after this play. In fact, 1st and 10, I'll cover it. Dalvin Cook gets 2 yards, and there's the end of the quarter. Okay, so now we're done with the first quarter officially. 7-0 Vikings lead after 1. Okay. We'll see if maybe the tide can turn here for either team, really. 1st and 10. This will get missed. 5 on a short, incomplete because of it. Oh, right, forgot to mention that they're in the red zone. Chicago has finally took them long enough. That was 1st and 10, now it's 2nd and 10. 2 nice long runs from Herbert, and Montgomery helped them out to get to this spot. And speaking of Herbert, he has 4 yards. Okay, so he's down to the 14. Brings up a 3rd and 6, and they're going to do it again. And Vikings will miss this again. And this time, Herbert has a short gain. This could be a touchdown. No! He's going to be 2 yards short. He still gets 12, but he's 2 yards short. Okay, we'll take the 12 yards. That's 3 times this drive. The Vikings have been fooled by that. The end run that goes for a lot. All right, we got 1st and goal to go from the 2. 5 on line buck. Uh-oh, this better not be a 2 or a 3. It is not, but it is a loss of 1. So there is that, but the alternative could have been a lot worse. All right, 2nd and 3. This is going to get missed. And let's see. 2 through 7, 11, or 12, it's a touchdown. Anything else, incompletion. So 8 through 10 if you're the Vikings. And that's what it is, so incomplete. Oh. Intended for Cole Kmet. All right, 3rd down here. This is going to get missed, and we're about to see a Justin Fields run. Let's see if he can do what he does best here. It got missed indeed, so it's a touchdown! Justin Fields. There you go. That's what he does best. A 3-yard scamper as he manages to weave his way through the defense and gets in for the score to tie it. Unless... Well, hold on. Never mind. Extra point is good, so at least Cairo Santos made that one. So there you go. We have a tie ball game here. Some nice running from the Bears, and it concludes with a 3-yard TD run from Justin Fields. Just like he is doing on the Jets. Awful franchise, by the way. But anyways, I digress. We are tied at 7. All right, Bears, there you go. You're not getting shut out this week. Oh, boy. But the Vikings, I think this says more about them. They are struggling right now, especially throwing the football for some weird reason. They only have 28 yards passing as of this very moment. So they're having some... This is turning into a defensive battle a little bit. Okay, that's whatever. I mean, who knows how this is going to end up. So 7-7, and we'll go from here as we got 9 minutes left in the first half. All right. Thanks to some timely 3rd down conversions, the Vikings have it at the inside the red zone. They just converted a 3rd and 12, and now it's a 1st and 10. And the Bears are going to miss this 1st down pass, much like they've been missing for it all game or all drive. 5 on a flat, which means Irv Smith is going to get another 9-yard completion. He's had 2 of those already, and now he has a 3rd as he gets up to the 4. Okay. Irv Smith doing work this drive. 2nd and 1. Bears will stick to the run. Cook will try to run it. He gets no gain. 2-minute warning is here. Okay, that's kind of the whole point of that. And it's 3rd and 1. This off-tackle run gets missed. 7. And it's a 1st down for the Vikings. But Dalvin Cook does not score as he stopped at the 1. Vikings will actually let this run a little bit more, so, and no timeout from the Bears, so they'll let it go to 1:30, and it's 1st and 10. Everybody has all their timeouts, so, all right, let's see if the Vikings can punch this in, and they do not. No gain. Bears actually do take a timeout. That's their first. 2nd and 10. Excuse me, 2nd and 1. Yeah, they played the run that last one. They'll play the run again, and they'll miss this. 11 on a flat. Uh-oh. 2 through 3. This is a problem. Anything else, it's fine. It's fine, but what's the penalty? Well, the penalty is not going to matter unless it's against the offense. Which it is, so it's an incomplete pass to Irv Smith. I was just going to say, if that went against the Bears, that really all that does is reset the down marker. It doesn't really do anything. If against the Vikings, it pushes them back. Meanwhile, it's 3rd and goal to go at the 1. They're going to try to jam this in, and the Bears... Oh, dear. Where do we do this? I think they're going to run it because even if they don't get it, they'll force us to take a timeout. And, yep, there you go. All right. 3rd and 1. Oh, no. Oh, no. So it's not a touchdown. This is a fumble roll, though. 2 for 4, 11 or 12? No, it's a 1-yard loss. You've got to be kidding me. Dalvin Cook, why? Just why? All right, 4th and 2. I could either go for it here or... By the way, the Bears took their second time out. Could either try to go for it here and maybe see if I could score or, let's just take the points. Realistically, unless this is a 12, Greg Joseph should be able to hit this. And he does. Good. Okay, so we'll at least take the points to take the lead here. So Greg Joseph with a very easy 19-yard chip shot. And there you go. Vikings leave the Bears with a minute left as they look to get the ball back in the second to start the second half, and they're up 10-7. Oh, they just could not punch the ball in, though. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt them later on. But, man, good stand by the Bears defense there to prevent that one from going in. So let's see here. From the 3 and the number 2 back, we'll have a gain of 28. So he is up to the 31. All right. So the Bears will have 52 seconds and a timeout to do something in pretty good field position. For Cairo Santos to have a chance to tie the game, we need to get to the 37. Duly noted. I'm going to try it, but I make no guarantees here. Who's the better receiving back, by the way? Montgomery. Okay, we'll bring him in. So we're probably going to need to throw him the football. I'll bring in St. Brown. We'll bring in 3 wides. We'll bring in Claypool. Everybody's fine. 1st and 10. Vikings will play the pass. We're going to try Montgomery. And 8 on a flat. It's going to him. And 6 yards for Montgomery as he goes out of bounds. Keep in mind, flat passes do go that go out of bounds do stop the clock, as do end runs. Okay. 2nd and 4. 10 on another flat. It's just a yard unless this does something. Nope, just a yard. Okay. So Darnell Mooney gets just a yard and nothing further. Okay. Third and 3 here. Four on a flat. 5 yards if it holds. It won't because there are offsetting penalties. Oh, that sucks. All right, do it again. 3rd and 3. Okay, 2 through 7 or 11 or 12. It's a 4-yard completion, which it is, but what's the penalty? Nothing. So 4 yards and a completion. The Chase Claypool gets him out of bounds and gets the 1st down. Okay, that works. I mean, that's the good news. The bad news is, Bears, you still got to do something here. You're at the 42. And you've only got 22 seconds remaining here. Oh, man, I do not like my chances with... Okay, well, we got to try something here. We'll randomly try it. 1st and 10. Nine on a long. Incomplete. Fields was trying to deep shot the Mooney, and it didn't work. 2nd down. 6. Fields is going to have to run it himself. He loses 2. Oh, that's bad. But the Vikings were offside, so that explains how he lost 2 yards in the first place. So, oof. All right, so now the down and distance is kind of meaningless at this point, but it's 2nd and 5. Sure. Well, yeah, we got to do it. All right, 2nd and 5. Eight on a long. To the receiver to Chase Claypool. No, incomplete. Could have had a big gain. Instead, it's nothing. And this now no longer matters. This is the last play of the first half. And that's just wonderful. That's just wonderful. So the good news is Darnell Mooney caught a 27-yard pass. The bad news is it's halftime. Yeah, way to pad your stats there, buddy, but that is not going to work. All right, Bears, too little too late there. So unfortunately, that is how the first half ends. With 27-yard completion to Darnell Mooney, that does absolutely nothing. Brilliant. And we go into the half with a 10-7 Viking lead. Kind of a messy first half for both teams, if I'm being brutally honest, but sometimes that's how that goes. All right, first half stats. Justin Fields is doing Justin Fields things. 9 of 18 for 88 yards. He's also got a 3-yard rushing TD too, so I guess there's that. Yay! David Montgomery is 7 for 18. Khalil Herbert, 6 for 34. Darnell Mooney, yeah, that completion padded your stats, but it didn't do anything. 4 for 44. And Cairo Santos, that missed field goal is coming back to haunt the Bears after all. Of course, that was off the turnover by their defense, so that's even worse. For the Vikings, Kirk Cousins isn't really doing much better. 11 for 17, 92 yards. Very paltry effort. Dalvin Cook has 49 yards. He rushed for a TD, but then lost a fumble, so there's that. Justin Jefferson's been quiet with a 2 for 25. So there is that, and Daniel Hunter has a sack. But yeah, that missed field goal is somehow the difference, as neither team can really get anything going offensively. It's just been a really defensive game for the most part. So we're entering the second half in a 10-7 stalemate here. So we'll see if one of these teams can break it as we enter the second half here. Vikings get the ball to start, so... Oh boy, kind of a defensive struggle, but, again, that's sometimes how it goes. So we'll see if this gets any better and who comes out on top. So let's go on to the second half. All right. 8 yards in the back of the end zone. Number 1 back is going to get, let's get a 108-yard touchdown! Well, that's one way to do it. Yes! There we go. That's what we were looking for. Kene Nwagwu in one of the rare times a special teams kickoff returner can actually bring one back for a touchdown, and it happens. Nice. Extra point. Should be good, and I believe it is, and it is. Look at that. Kine Nwagu. I mentioned this was a defensive stalemate, but I never said anything about special teams play. I guess you can count that as a special teams blunder, but usually it's a fumble. But in this case, we'll take the touchdown, and Minnesota, just like that, as I fumble one of my dice, takes the opening half kickoff and returns it 108 yards. Nice. 17-7. Good job. Very nice. I was not expecting that, but here we are. I guess technically the Bears made a special teams blunder by not covering that guy, so you know what? We'll take it. So good job, Vikings. Bears, don't do that again, please. All right, so this one goes to the 25, so they don't get to try it. Bummer. 2nd and 5. This actually gets missed. We're going to try a long pass to Justin Jefferson. 6 on a long. Uh-oh. 2 through 7. This is picked. And it is! Oh! That stinks. There is a potential penalty on the play, so hold on. All right. So, returned for a gain of... No. No. Refs, do not screw us over out of this. No! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh! So here's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. That was a pick 6. Keyword was. The Bears lined up offsides. So instead of a pick 6, it's 1st and 10 for the Vikings. That was the hugest break that I have ever seen somebody caught. Oh my God. So the Bears go from having a touchdown to their defense is still out on the field. Oh, that is just heartbreaking, man. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Anyways, the Vikings are going to get spooked by that, and it's 1st and 10 at the 42. Oh, my God. You hate to see that one. All right, you know what? Just move along to the next highlight. This is just... The Vikings score, that's just sad. All right, 1st and 10. I'll have to do some clever... 6-yard gain for Dalvin Cook as we're back. 2nd and 4 here. We're going to do... Yeah, we're going to do it. Three on a flat. It's a short gain for Hawkinson no matter what as he gets 18. And wouldn't you know it, 2 plays later, the Vikings are in the red zone. All right, well, this sucks. Anyways, 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 18 as Irv Smith checks in. Oh boy, this is not going to go the way the Bears were hoping for. 7 on a flat, and of course it gets missed, and Irv Smith has some 12. Irv Smith is coming out of nowhere in this game. Both tight ends are doing pretty good here. First and goal to go. This actually will get missed. Right at the 6. Dalvin Cook, meanwhile, has himself just 2. Second and goal to go. 7 on a flat. Incomplete. Well, he was looking for Irv Smith. No dice there, so 3rd and 4. 3rd and goal here. Oh, there's the short gain. I was wondering where it was, so that means it's a touchdown, of course. Justin Jefferson, who else on that one, manages to score. Extra point from Greg Joseph. Wait a minute now. Oh, okay, never mind. Wait, what is it? Opponent number 3. Oh, it would have been no good, but the Bears were offsides. Again, what the heck? So, yeah, Vikings get the reattempt it, even though it was no good. But we're rolling it like it was a 13 for 22 now. Another penalty. Bears were offsides yet again, but at least it's good this time, so we're just going to decline it. So that is, for those keeping score at home, 2 times that the Bears got burned by offsides penalties. Yeah, that really just happened. So the first one, Bears had a pick 6. They got caught offsides, didn't count. And now they just got caught offsides even after Greg Joseph missed an extra point. And it's 24-7 as a result. If that's not bad luck, then I don't know what is. But man, oh man, it should be 7. But yeah, talk about a 14-point swing. That is just very unfortunate for the Bears. And now they're looking at a pretty bad deficit to boot. So this is not good for Chicago. I think ref ball hosed him on that one. That's what I'm calling. I'm calling ref ball on that. You hate to see it. All right, whatever. Chicago, you got to do something here regardless. But, I mean, they still got 10 minutes left in the third. Plenty of time, but, man, it's not looking good after that. So, stupid referees. I hate them sometimes. 1st and 10, this gets missed. 11 on a short. Oh, there you go. Long gain. 48 yards for Chase Claypool. There you go. And he is all the way down to the 7. Okay, there you go. There we go. And look at this, folks. Bears are in striking distance. Now we're talking. Okay. Let's bring in Ryan Griffin. Yeah, we'll keep... Claypool can come out after that long pass. All right. 1st and 10. Well, goal to go from the 7 after that long pass. 4 on a line buck. He gets 9, so that means it's a touchdown. David Montgomery finishes the drive off with a touchdown. And Cairo Santos makes the extra point, and the Bears are back in this just like that. Thanks to that long pass play where Minnesota's pass defense got messed up, and Justin Fields managed to get a 48-yard strike to Chase Claypool. I know that sounds highly unlikely in our timeline at any point. Trust me, I would know. Literally saw that man drop a 4th and let a Bills defender intercepted a pass right in front of him because he can't run a route. I have opinions on Chase Claypool. None of them are good. But that's irrelevant. In this game, he's on the Bears, and this thinks he's doing good things somehow. I, again, wish he had done that on the Dolphins, but that's, again, a moot point. Anyways, yeah, his 48-yard catch and run leads to a touchdown run from David Montgomery from 7 yards out, and the Bears are back in this, 24-14. Ref ball. Yeah, who needs it? Hopefully that does not come back to haunt them, though, in the end. But, hey, at least they're trying to make this a game. So we'll see if they can at least come back and if their defense can come back to hold the Vikings in this one. But we shall see. Still got plenty of time. 7:15 left in the third. Out goes Griffin. In comes St. Brown. 1st and 10 here. 2 on an off tackle. Oh, baby. 52 yards because they guessed it wrong. And Herbert is all the way down to, it's not a touchdown for sure, the 14. Now we're talking. Khalil Herbert ripping off a 52-yard run. Now that is how you do it, and it's 1st and goal to go right at the 14. Bring in David Montgomery. Now, that was nice. All right, Bears, you got your chance. 1st and goal to 10 from the Minnesota 14. Good job, Khalil Herbert. You did what you had to do. 5 on an off tackle. Well, if this is a 2 or a 3, David Montgomery sure as hell won't be doing what he needs to do. No, but he'll lose 2. I mean, that's not any better, but at least it's not, a fumble roll. 2nd and 12. They're going back to the end run, and they're going to miss this. Minnesota will, that is. We're doing this again. 2 through 6, 11 or 12. And it is a fumble. Minnesota has it. Yes, they do! Oh, man. Oh, no. David Montgomery fumbles it anyways. Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me. Just when they had it going here, Zadarius Smith forces the fumble, and Delvin Tomlinson picks it up. Or plops on it in this case. Oh, that sucks. And unfortunately, yeah, the Bears, that 54-yard run from Herbert goes all for naught as they're deep off. As they just fumble away a good chance of pulling within at least a score. And now Minnesota will get it back. Unfreaking believable there. So, yeah, that is not what we wanted to have happen here, but alas, yeah, that just happened. So, Vikings have it at their own 19, but now they can drain the clock even more. So, yeah, that was really unfortunate. Good job, Bears. Just good job. You played yourselves. Oy vey. Well, stumbled across a 4th and 2, and I'm going to go for it. Why the heck not? 4th and 2. Field goal really does me no good here. So we'll try it. 4th and 2. Vikings will get aggressive. And Bears will see this coming. And to the receiver, to Hawkinson, who's been doing good all game except right about now. Turnover on downs. Well, isn't that unfortunate? Cousins was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. Nope, not this time. Yeah, Hawkinson's had a really excellent game, but alas, when Kirk Cousins tries to go for him, nope. Nobody, nope. And with 6 minutes left, the Bears do have some life here, but not much. So we'll see if they can make him pay for missing that 4th and 2, or if they'll fumble away to another run. Your call. All right. 1st and 10. This will get missed. Even after David Montgomery. Well, let's bring in Khalil Herbert again. Does this... You know what? Keep Montgomery. Yeah. Right. They think this is a pass thing, but not so fast. 8 on an end run. It's only a 4-yard gain. Second and 6. 10 on a flat. Just a yard. Third down and 7. All right. Actually, we'll do Mooney. Do Mooney. Okay, 3rd and 7. No, I'm sorry. It's 3rd and 5. Okay. Well, that changes a little bit. All right, that's right. 3rd and 5. 5 on a flat. And there you go. 6 yards in the first for Cole Kmet. There you go. 6 for Kmet, who's been really quiet himself. All right. 1st and 10. Yeah, they're probably going to do that. So Mooney. 10 on a flat. Oh, just a yard for Mooney. Second and 9. Nah. And then the Vikings are not suspecting it. You know what? We'll do it. They're going to miss this again. They're content with just sitting on the pass. And it's a 3-yard gain for Montgomery. Third and what appears to be 6. Okay. Well, isn't that wonderful? 3-yard gain if it holds. Vikings were offside, so now it turns into a 3rd and 1. Oh, that's nice. 3rd and 1. This will get missed because they think they're going to try and sneak with Montgomery. 10 on a flat. It's an 11-yard gain if it holds. It will. Okay. To the 29 we go. And Cole Kmet in a 1st down. First and 10. Nine on a short. To the receiver, to Kmet, who gets 14 in the first. All right, so he's halfway there, if my math is correct. Well, the Bears do have some life here. They're at the Minnesota 14, or in the red zone here. We've got the 2-minute warning. They've got all their time out, so plenty of time to do something here, but not much time if I'm being honest. So, anyways, we got a 1st and 10 at the 14. Minnesota's going to guard against the run, thinking that's what this is, and instead it's not. It's a short gain. Oh, this could be a touchdown. It is touchdown. That would have gone for 15, but Aquimus St. Brown just needed 14. There we go. And what a good way to make your first catch of the game there for a touchdown. A very timely one. Cairo Santos' extra point is no good. Oh, yikes. Well, we could have done without that. And that's actually pretty huge because now the Bears need a touchdown to tie the game rather than a field goal. So way to go, Cairo Santos, for screwing your own team there. It is now 24-20 rather than 24-21. That was not supposed to happen. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. So we now got 2 minutes remaining. Bears have all 3 timeouts, but they've got a decision to make. Do we go onside kick, or do we try to kick it to their Minnesota? And mind you, they already returned one kickoff back for a touchdown earlier at the beginning of this half. Do we want to try it again? Or do we want to go for the onside kick? We certainly have the timeouts to stop it, that's for sure. We would need a 2, 3, or 11, or 12 on the dice, mind you, if we were doing this, so. Because we needed the touchdown, I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to risk it and go for the onside kick. All right, here we go. 2, 3, 11, or 12. We get the ball. Otherwise, this goes to the Vikings. Good luck. That's all I got to say. And no. Vikings will get it at the 46. Okay. So they have all 3 timeouts. No time comes off the clock because of that. So I guess that's the only good news. The bad news is the Vikings probably just need 1 more or 2 more first downs, and this game is over. And even worse, they're probably going to punt it, so that is a long way to go for the Bears. All right, 1st and 10 from the 46. Bears have all 3 timeouts. They need their defense to step up and step up now, and that is a really good start. Loss of a yard. Loss of a yard, and the Bears do take their first timeout. Dalvin Cook has just been having no rushing room this half at all. 2nd and 11. Uh-oh. And we definitely could not gone without that because Dalvin Cook, right as I said that, right on cue, gets 33 yards. 10, 20, 30. He's down to the 22. Bears reuse a timeout, but it might not matter at this point. Okay, that was an unintentional jinx, I swear. All right, 1st and 10 from the 22. 9. And Dalvin Cook probably just ended this game as he gets another short gain. 15 more, so the Bears' run defense forgot they existed. They'll call their last time out, but this is basically fruitless. Okay, I swear I didn't mean to do that intentionally, so. 1st down. 2nd down. 3rd down. Yeah, the Vikings do in fact need to run some more time. Okay, 1st and 10. 1st and goal to go from the 7. 4 on an off tackle. And you might as well give him the game. Touchdown. Dalvin Cook ends up finishing the drive off with a 7-yard run. Okay, I swear I did not mean to do that intentionally. Oh, boy, you had him bottled up, and then that's how you end the game? Nice. Oh, and Greg Joseph missed an extra point of his own. What the hell? All right, well, that was random. I guess technically the Bears are still in this, but yeah, they're going to need to score quickly and drop an onside kick on top of that, so good luck. But yeah, 1.5 minutes remaining, and it's 30-20. This one's probably over, but we never know. From the 9 and the number 1 back, we do have a penalty coming up, too. Maybe. Turn for a gain of... Well, if it stands, it's 28 yards. But, Well, there's no such thing as offside, so they'll get at the 37. Nice try. That doesn't work. All right, Bears have a minute 22 to try to score quickly here. Yeah, keep in mind they need a score and they need it now. Okay, well. Dante Pettis, come on down, but yeah, this is not going to really mean anything. All right, 1st and 10. Bears have no timeout, so they cannot stop the clock. So short passes will not do them any good, but they have no choice but to do it. So 1st and 10. Of course, the Vikings will sit on the pass. We'll count that. To the receiver, to Claypool. He'll get 13 in the 1st. Bears will try to hurry up, but that might not be too late here. Okay, another 1st and 10. We'll try Mooney. Try a long ball to Mooney. 6. Fields is going to have to take off and run. Oh, that's going backwards, isn't it? Yep, 3-yard loss. Oh, that's great. That's really great, Justin. You could have done without that. All right, 2nd and 13. Oh, boy, this is not looking good. 4 on a short. Do it again. Oh, hey, he got 20 yards this time. It's a miracle. He's down to the 33. But this is clearly not going to help his cause at all. 1st and 10. We got to get some completions here, buddy. We don't need must runs. Again, another must run. Fields is trying to take the game over by himself, and it's just clearly not working. 3-yard gain at the 29. Come on, Justin, throw the football. I know you want to do it. I mean, you kind of have to at this point. Six on a short. That goes for 11. That gets the 1st. Uh-oh, we're down to the last play. And, yeah, I think they're going to run out of clock here. Mooney gets 11. And I believe they do, in fact, run out of clock, regardless of what happens here. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Nope, incomplete. Well, actually, if we kick the field... No, it doesn't matter. All right. I was going to say, if we kick the field goal here, that'll work. But nope, no dice. Yeah, this game's pretty much over. I just toss up a one long run to Trace Claypool and see if it works. 7 on a long. And it does, but it's too little too late. Touchdown. So Chase Claypool gets in from 18 yards, but the game is over. Yeah, extra point from Santos is good, but it's too little too late at this point. And unfortunately, the Bears run out of clock. So Chase Claypool connects on a last-second TD pass to end the game, but alas, no dice there as the clock runs out. Time expires, and the Vikings hang on to win 30-27. I'm just curious what would have happened afterwards with the onside kick. Wouldn't have mattered anyways. Vikings would have recovered it. So, you know what? It is what it is. So, Bears, you tried, but let's just say a combination of kicking fails and ref ball kind of hosed them over. Hey, at least you tried, okay? I can't be too mad. So, 30-27. Oh, well. All right. Well, that last touchdown made Fields look a little bit better than he actually did. 24-37, 277, and 2 touchdowns, no picks. Also ran for a touchdown and 19 yards, but didn't really matter. David Montgomery, 14 for 35 and a TD. Khalil Herbert had 9 carries for 90 yards. He broke off a long one, which ended up being all for naught. Darnell Mooney, 8 for 84. Chase Claypool did something, 5 for 93 and a touchdown. Kwame St. Brown had 1 for 14 in the other one. Yeah, this is how the game was pretty much lost. If Cairo Santos makes the field goal and the extra point, Bears win that one on the last second. And that would have been a walk-off TD rather than a, meaningless garbage time touchdown pass to make Justin Fields feel good about himself. When in reality, yeah, that was not how this worked. So, whoopsies. Oh, well. On the Vikings side of things, hang on, I got to fix this. 7-13 and then 6 over here. Okay, there we go. Kirk Cousins, 24-35, 201 and the touchdown. Not exactly his best game, but he'll take it. Dalvin Cook had 112 yards rushing and 2 TDs. That second one ended up meaning something, as it turns out. For a split second, I got concerned he might have scored too quickly, but, it turns out that actually was needed after all. So, yay, Dalvin Cook, I guess. Justin Jefferson caught the TD, but was quiet. TJ Hawkinson went off for 9 for 82. Look at the Irv Smith go, 5 for 50 to back up the second tight end. Tight ends were very busy. Bears couldn't guard them. And then this was the other thing that got the Bears too. A special teams return TD for 108 yards from Kene Nwaku. I think that's what his name is. But yeah, that 108-yard TD also was the difference too. So two things so special teams pretty much hosed the Bears over as well as ref ball, because Cousins should have an interception and a pick 6. But instead, of course, it gets called offsides, and, well, yeah, that's how this ends up being 30-27 instead of a Bears victory. So, yeah, they were close, but not quite. I always do that. What the? Oh, no. You can just wing it. Hopefully this works. So, yeah, that was a game. Very unfortunate for the Bears as they lose by a field goal to drop to 4-4. The Vikings will win, and I don't remember what their record was, but that helps them in the NFC North, and this is probably will be the last we see of the Bears for some time. So, hey, at least they tried, okay? We'll give them that one. They tried to the very end, but alas, it didn't work out. So, you know what? It is what it is. So, yeah, thanks for watching that very exciting game, if you'd call it that. Hopefully you hit the usual buttons, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out, y'all. All right. Which one of you ordered the ref ball? That was not funny on that pick 6. I thought I told you we're only supposed to do that when the Chiefs play anybody. That's the only time we do ref ball, is when the Chiefs play anybody. We're supposed to make sure the Chiefs win and not the other team. But no, we don't do it here. Come on, people. That's how this is supposed to work. Why is that camera rolling?